what do we have here? Is that fish stew? Hello everyone, this is Christy's, your Claypot chef, and today we are going to make catfish stew. So one day I was just alone at home and I was bored, and then I decided to cook. Yeah, cooking makes me feel better. Actually, I wasn't feeling so well. I just remembered that I have this catfish and I decided to cook it. So I didn't even know what to do with it at this point. I decided to bring it out first. At least let me start cooking. I thought I was just going to clean it and marinate it and put it away, and I was hungry. I don't even know what I was thinking. Anyways, I decided to cook the fish, and here I'm just going to cut it up and clean it. Next, I'm going to get some lime. If you have lime, or you can use salt. A lot of persons use salt, or you can even pour some hot water over it just to remove the slime. A lot of persons don't like to eat catfish because of that slime, but really, if you know what to do, it's not a problem. In this case I used lime. I just rubbed it all over the body and then I rinsed it off, and it's done. If you're using hot water too, just pour it over the fish and then you scrape off the slime, and that's it. Rinse it off and that's it. Okay, so I'm going to season the fish with seasoning cubes, salt, and Cameroon pepper. Look at that Cameroon pepper. So I'm just going to add some salt to the fish, one seasoning cube. You can use Knorr or any seasoning you have in your kitchen. Look at those big pimples on my cheek. I wasn't really feeling well here, so I wonder why I decided to stress myself like this. Anyways, I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I recorded the process so that I can show you something. At least you learn something new today, if nothing. So I've added my salt, my Cameroon pepper, and my seasoning cube, and now I'm just massaging it into the fish. Please, if you know you're scared of pepper, use gloves, but I'm not too scared of it, and as you can see, I washed off my hands immediately. So I'm just going to wrap that, put cling film over it, and I'm going to set it aside. I think it was at this point I decided to make stew. I was contemplating making pepper soup, but I decided to make stew. I have these peppers I got, so I just brought them out, and then we're going to work. Anybody who saw the way I grabbed this knife here will think I was about to cook. No, I was hungry, so I decided to help myself to some kiwi first. So just watch me eat my kiwi. We'll get back to the cooking soon enough. Alright, kiwi eating is done. Now I'm going to process the pepper mix. Look at my plum tomatoes. Some peppers, some onions. I'm just going to prepare that and blend it. I have some habanero peppers. I'm wondering how it didn't make it into the video. Anyways, that's blended, and look at this consistency. You want that consistency because the stew is not exactly fried here. So I'll just rinse that, pour that in. Look at the paste. Alright, it is time for the actual cooking to begin. Let's light the cooker. Our clay pot is dry and ready to go. We're going to add some oil. This place is cold. Don't worry, the oil looks like that. It's actually very good oil, but it's cold. So I'm just going to heat that up. I am not going to bleach it. I'm just going to heat it up, not too hot. I'm even going to mix it, but because of the smoke, I'll cover it for a while so that it heats up properly. You don't want to bleach it. It's not one of those ones that you bleach, but you need the oil to be quite hot. Yeah, this is what I need. Yeah, it's not those bleached ones, trust me. I keep repeating that. And I'm going to mix it with vegetable oil. This is actually sunflower oil. Personally, I don't like mixing it, but I decided to try it out, and it wasn't bad. It was okay, but it's still okay to use just palm oil. Please use palm oil for this stew. This stew is different. Or if you want to get this exact taste, use a mixture of palm oil and some vegetable oil. So we're frying the onions now, and I think that's all for the beginning. And we're just going to transfer the processed tomato and pepper mix. I like pepper, especially when it comes to fish. So this mix actually had a lot of peppers. I'm wondering how that didn't make it into the videos. Anyways, put the peppers as much as you can tolerate. If you want to use only pepper or just do what works for you, and that is already cooking. When you see this, you know that something has begun to happen. This is basically all we need to do for this stew. You just keep cooking it until the water content is greatly reduced. Just keep cooking it. You can cover. Actually covered it only for it to boil. I left it open like this, yeah, and it kept cooking. So you check, you notice that there's a silkiness to the stew. That's when you know it's almost ready. So when you've cooked, I cooked this for about 30 minutes if I'm not wrong, yeah, because with clay pot you cook on low heat. So I'm just going to add seasoning cube to that, and I'm going to add some different type of seasoning later. It's called that one is, I think it's crayfish paste I used for this one, crayfish powder, sorry. I'm just going to stir this in because we're going to introduce the fish very soon. So I have my marinated fish out now. I think I left this fish for almost an hour or more. Yeah, I needed to do that so that the spices can penetrate, because I'm cooking it direct into the stew, and that was why I added seasoning cube to the stew first, so that it has taste. Don't cook anything and it is bland. Don't say naijaclaypotchef is your teacher. Oh. Don't mind me. Alright, so we've added the fish now. The pot was full, but I was not about to reduce this. I don't know, I just want you to look at that. Look at the consistency of the stew. That's when you know when to add the fish, because once the fish is boiled, it's almost done. You're not going to overcook the fish. Nobody overcooks catfish. If not, it becomes very soft. So you need to make sure that the stew is almost ready, like the water content is reduced to the consistency, and you have that silky, not when tomato is different from water. No, you don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to add my crayfish powder, and that's it. Our stew is ready. After a while, I only cooked it on very low heat. Once the fish was done, the stew is ready. I know the process looks very short in the video, but I actually cooked that mixture for some time. And there you have it, our catfish stew is ready. Catfish has a way of adding some really nice flavor to stew. You really should try this. When you try it, come and tell me what you think of it. That's it, your delicious catfish stew is ready. Let's just transfer that to a bowl. And please, when you're cooking fish, make sure you don't stir too much. You are very careful with stirring, because you don't want this fish to pieces everywhere. Well, it depends on what you want. There are some recipes I have that I want the fish to be scattered everywhere and pieces inside the stew, but this one was not one of such. So I'm just going to put this in my bowl, and then we are going to serve it. While watching, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share. Subscribe, yeah, I know I caught you haven't subscribed. Subscribe now, and share to your friends. You won't be the only one enjoying these nice recipes I'm bringing. That's not fair. Please share, like, comment. So I'm signing off now. See you next week when I'll bring you another amazing recipe. And if you have any suggestion as to what you would like me to make, just comment, put it in the comment section, and I just might honor your request. Put it there first. Let's see what happens. This is Christy's, your naijaclaypotchef again, and I'm out. Don't forget to subscribe. See ya. Bye.